Have you heard? Afresh is showing up big at this year's Flavors of Nigerian Festival happening on the 9th of August 2025 at Cage Park, Brampton, Canada. And you know what? We are bringing free shopping money to all our users. How?
Just download the AfriX app on Google Play Store, App Store, and then sign up using the referral code FNF. I repeat, FNF.
And complete a minimum transaction of $5 to any receiving country. It can be Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya.
And you get yourself a $20 voucher to use at Flavors of Nigeria.
Every vendor at the festival is accepting the voucher. You can use it to shop for your makeup, your skincare, food, anything at all that you want to shop on the 9th of August, which is Saturday.
Happening in Brampton. You like that? See you there.
It's summertime and you're planning a European summer trip or maybe a vacation in California. But here's the problem. You're already stressed about flight payments, Airbnb deposits, and the worst of all, the extra charges that come with international fees. Calm down. Don't let that stop you from enjoying the vacation you deserve, because AfriX has literally made everything easy for me. Now let me show you how. AfriX is a smooth platform with no stress, zero transfer fees, great exchange rates, and bank level security. I'm telling you that I literally make transfers in seconds. You can send money across 40 different countries. And the most exciting part is that you can send money from Nigeria to China, USA, UK, Canada, Europe, and even India. So whenever I'm out of the country, I'm calm and collected because I know AfriX got me covered, never disappoints. And you can also win up to $500 by just referring multiple people. So what are you waiting for? Download the AfriX app now and start sending money. You know I always give you guys the right plot. That vacation, we must go for it. Toodles!
Hello friends, how are you? I miss all of you. I hope you're doing fine. Welcome to Choco Millionaire. This is one of 2 or 3 videos I'm going to do today. After this video, I'm going to come with 2, 3 more videos. So don't forget to stay tuned to this channel for updates that are coming. So first of all, these are sad times in Ghana. We had a terrible news in the last few days involving a helicopter crash in Ghana that claimed the lives of 8 important people in Ghana, especially ministers of our state, our defense minister and Motala as well, the minister as well, and a few other people who were there, very important people there who perished in that unfortunate tragedy there. My condolences to the family, the ruling government as well, and everybody in Ghana. Sad times here. If you have Ghanaian friends there, make sure you send your sympathies and then commiserate with us during this tough time there. It is not something you wish on anybody. I understand there is also another one that happened in Kenya. I don't have the full details yet, but if that is the case, my sincere condolences to our brothers in Kenya. So sorry to hear that. I don't know what's happening with this year. So many plane crashes. May God preserve our lives. Now, AfriX is all over the place. There is something I want to discuss with you. Do you know that with your AfriX account or wallet, you can send money from Africa to some countries in Africa to different parts of the world? You can send money from Nigeria, for example, to US. You can send money from Nigeria to Canada. You can even send money. You saw the lady in that particular shot out there. So you're going to France. You want a vacation, but then you don't know how you're going to carry money. You know you can actually sign up on AfriX from Nigeria, and your AfriX wallet gives you a virtual card. All right, a virtual card. You will use the virtual card to shop, to do your things when you travel, pretty much like your card or no. I spoke with the guys at AfriX this morning, and they were telling me all the amazing things that they are working to release on the app. I just don't want you guys to lose out, so please download the AfriX app and use it. And if you get to the promo code session, which is very important, during the sign up phase, okay, when you are entering your name and all the details there, they will ask you to put a promo code. Remember, you can put my own name, Choco, CHORKOR, and that will unlock an amazing bonus for you, about $20 there if you make your first transaction of $50. Remember, you can also refer people. You can refer your friends by sending the link within your AfriX app to your friends on WhatsApp and Telegram. If they download the app using your link and they send a minimum of $5, your friends can also get some money. Now, talking about that, so there is an important event happening tomorrow in Brampton. called the Flavors of Nigeria Festival, FNF. It is happening tomorrow at the Gage Park. Afrius is partnering with them on this to make it big. There will be a lot of Nigerians there having fun. If you are attending, remember you can also participate in it. All you can do is to download the Afrius app, and then you send money, send $5, and then it gives you a $20 voucher that you can actually use at the festival tomorrow, the Nigerian event that's happening tomorrow. You can actually use your voucher there too. You redeem it by buying stuff. All you have to do is send $5. So please go ahead and check Afrius out and download it. Don't just download it, install it. And remember, if you want to unlock your referral bonuses, if you want to use my name or any of our brothers out there who have a referral code, enter the referral code during the sign-up process. Don't wait until you're about to do a transaction and then you start looking for a referral code. It wouldn't work that way. All right. Now, talking about events happening this summer, there is one that is also happening next week, Saturday. Next week, Saturday, on the 16th of August, which is a day after my birthday. My birthday is on Friday, 15th, and then the 16th will be this event. So this event is a summer barbecue or get together, you can say, that is happening here in Niagara. Okay. So our Ghanaian community here in Niagara have decided to get together next week, Saturday, on the 16th in the city of Welland. The address is there, 405 Memorial Park Drive in Welland, 405 Memorial Park Drive. So the way the event is going to be is that it's going to be a get-together. Feel free to bring your own stuff. There will be stuff as well there. But hey, if you want to bring food, you're welcome to bring drinks and stuff like that. Come and vibe with Ghanaians there. This event is solely for Ghanaian residents in Niagara region. I repeat, this event is solely for Ghanaian residents in the region of Niagara in Ontario. So if you live in St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, Thorold, Fort Erie, Port Colborne, Thorold, you know, all the cities in Niagara, you are welcome to participate. Please come, all right? The time is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. next week, Saturday. We will be having fun. Myself, I will be there, and Afrius is on board as well to make sure that everyone has fun, all right? So Afrius is making this possible. Please come. You get to see me there. You get to see all our brothers, the Folsons Tube, and many of our guys who live in Niagara. You get to see our young professors. We have professors among us here who are also Ghanaians, who are lecturing at the universities here. You get to meet some of them as well. And it's free to the public. There's no cost there. The only requirement is that we encourage you to be a resident of Niagara to attend. And there is a reason why this is happening. So we are launching the Niagara Association of Ghanaians, or the Ghanaian Association of Niagara, on that day. We're actually launching it. We don't have an association. We don't have a registered association in the whole of Niagara. I've been here for 11 years. And in my 11 years here, there is no single association. So our brothers decided that enough is enough. We need to be well organized so we can be able to advocate and represent our Ghanaian community well. So that is the main conversation on that day. Don't forget, there is a beautiful swimming pool right where we are having the event. It's a beautiful brand new swimming pool, free to the public. So I recommend that when you're coming, you also come with your swimming costume or extra clothes and towels, because you might want to swim. They have a spot for kids to swim as well. Feel free to come with your family, your children. You just have to make sure you go in the water if your kids are below the swimming age, right? Like 4 or 5, you need to go in the water with them. There is a shallow side that kids can swim. I've been there many times with my kids, and it's beautiful. The pool is just beautiful. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. The Memorial Park swimming pool in Welland, beautiful, modern pool. All right, come and enjoy it whilst we have fun. We get food together. We eat wache, banku, and all of that. Hey, feel free. Those of you who can prepare food as well, bring a lot of food. We need more food. So bring food, bring your sobolo, bring anything you can bring, and come, let's have fun on the 16th of August here in Welland as we launch the Ghanaian Association in Niagara here as a formal group. Okay, so I look forward to seeing all of you. I look forward to seeing all of you there. So let's go into the details of today's video. So you've seen the title. The title says that the judge has ruled on asylum shopping. What is asylum shopping? So asylum shopping here basically refers to, my understanding of it is that somebody leaves his home country. Okay, so let me use an example of a country here. So let's say I am from Cameroon, okay, and I left Cameroon because of persecution or something like that, or some potential reason for asylum. I left Cameroon. Then I found myself in another country which is considerably safe. Okay, it's part of the Geneva Convention. Geneva Convention is safe, and I could probably seek asylum there. So let's say I move from Cameroon and I find myself somewhere in Europe. Okay, a country in Europe. I found myself somewhere in Europe. But then, for some reason, I did not seek the asylum there. Now I have relocated to USA and I want to seek the asylum there. So whilst you're making the decision, part of the reasoning or the reasons that was cited for maybe not approving my asylum case is that, well, you left Cameroon because of persecution, XYZ. You found yourself in Europe, let's say in Germany or in England. Why didn't you seek the asylum in England? Why didn't you seek the asylum in Italy? Why did you have to wait till you came to the US to seek that? That concept is what we call asylum shopping. Asylum shopping basically here means that you had a chance to have sought the asylum in another country, which is a Geneva Convention party or country or something like that, and it's safe, but you didn't do it. And then you were doing it in another country. So the reason here is that why. So there is an interesting case here involving a national from Syria, okay? A pilot from Syria had an interesting case where he decided to seek asylum, but he didn't do it in the countries he had the privilege of seeking the asylum, and his case was thrown out. So he decided to seek a judicial review. And let's look at it. So I will read. I've already provided the link in the description box of this video. So when this video ends, I encourage you to read it. There are people I've come across in the past who asked me, look, I'm in Italy, all right? But I didn't seek my asylum there. Can I come and seek in Canada? And I honestly didn't have answers. So I referred them. I said, go talk to an immigration lawyer. You know what I mean? Find out what your prospects are. I wasn't sure. But this case is a very good precedence for us to look at and see how the judge made their decision, okay? The full story is in the description box of this video. I will be reading excerpts of it for you to see. So the case here has to do with this gentleman, Mr. Assylum. Let me just pull it up here and see if I can just... So this is what you're looking at here. A federal court decision, okay? Between who? The case name here is Assylum versus Canada. Assylum versus the Immigration of Canada, or Government of Canada. The decision date was 2025, July 25th of July 2025, okay? All right. I just want you guys to know I am not a lawyer, so I will not be talking as if I'm a lawyer. I will just be telling you what my opinion is, and I'll tell you to read it. Go talk to an immigration lawyer if you feel this is of something that you want to understand more, okay? The right person is an immigration lawyer, not me. I will just be telling you my opinion here, all right? So Saeed Assylum and the Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, all right? So the case starts off like this, okay? According to some, a legitimate refugee is compelled to leave their national state out of fear of persecution at their first opportunity and seek the first state possible that will provide safe haven. No other choice is permissible, including the choice to seek asylum in one state over another. To behave otherwise will be incommensurate with the actions of the legitimate refugee, and as such, these individuals lack subjective fear. My understanding of this is that there is a notion out there, or there is an opinion out there, or many people hold the mindset, the belief that if you are an asylum seeker looking to become a refugee and you have a legitimate case, when you leave your home country, you should seek it in the country that you find yourself, which gives you the opportunity to seek it first, all right? No other choice is permissible, including the choice to seek the asylum in one state over another. In other words, if you decide to go to another country other than where you first moved to, which is safe to seek it, it is something that becomes suspicious, all right? Because the fear or the persecution that you're having here will now become something that will be suspected a little bit as probably not genuine. That is how I understand it, okay? Now, this contention, I think I want to go straight to give you the history of the man. So here's the story. Mr. Assylum is a Syrian national who has lived in the United Arab Emirates since May 2023. Mr. Salou is a Syrian national who has lived in the United Arab Emirates since May 2023, serving as an airplane pilot for Air Arabia since 2016. Okay, so he's a pilot serving as an airline pilot for Air Arabia. I beg your pardon there. So he's a pilot, okay? Now, the second part of it. On June 11, 2012, Mr. Salou returned to Syria to visit his mother and sister. A few days later, he joined a peaceful protest in Damascus. Damascus is in Syria, along with his family members, in support of a civil rights and democracy in Syria. Government forces violently shut down the demonstration. Mr. Salou and his family fled the scene and returned to their respective homes. Point number 6. Upon his return to UAE, Mr. Salou received a call from his mother, who reported to him that the police had come to their family apartment in Damascus. They advised that he was wanted for participating in an unauthorized protest, helping a protester and providing aid and shelter to anti-government personnel. The police then warned his mother that they would arrest Mr. Salou if he were to return to Syria. Point number 7. Following these events, several members of Mr. Salou's family fled Syria and obtained refugee status in Europe and the United States. He stayed in the UAE, living there as a pilot with his spouse. So other members of his family moved to Europe to seek asylum and the US to seek asylum. But he, the pilot, Mr. Salou, decided to stay in or live in the UAE with his spouse. Point number 8. In the intervening years, Mr. Salou traveled the world in his professional capacities, visiting family and friends in the United States, Turkey, Germany, Italy, Australia, and the United Kingdom. So he's been traveling, visiting family and friends. Okay, if you're a pilot, one of the advantages you get is sometimes your airline that you work with, it gives you the opportunity to travel to countries and visit and stuff. So I'm guessing that's what happened in this situation. He traveled to visit his family members. At no time did he seek refugee protection, despite these countries having ratified a convention relating to the status of refugees 28 July 1951. So at no point, upon traveling to Germany, UK, US and Italy, Australia, Turkey, he didn't seek the asylum there, but he traveled to those countries. Let me continue the story here. Point number 9, having been sponsored. So here's the interesting part. So having been sponsored by a group in Edmonton, which is in Canada, I'm just adding which is in Canada here myself. So having been sponsored by a group in Edmonton, on October 2, 2023, Mr. Salou and his spouse were interviewed by an officer at the Canadian Embassy in Abu Dhabi, pursuant to his permanent resident visa application as a convention refugee abroad, a member of the humanitarian protected persons abroad class. So the way I understand this particular point 9 is that he received what we call a private refugee sponsorship. Canada, until recently, had this private refugee sponsorship where a group of 5 people can come together, show by proof that they have financial resources to sponsor somebody. They have to check your financial documents, your bank statement and stuff. So 5 people could come together and then sponsor somebody from another country to come in as a refugee. We call that private refugee sponsorship. That program has been there for a while. It was just recently put on hold just because of the volume and the backlog and stuff like that. So it's been temporarily halted from last year. But it appears to me that that was a program Mr. Salou used to come, that people came together in Edmonton, put resources together and sponsored him to come as a private refugee claimant, okay, or private refugee. Now, point number 10. At the interview, the officer expressed concern about Mr. Salu's past behavior and travel history to convention member state. He answered that he had not applied for refugee status in those states because he was afraid of losing his job as a pilot, right? And status in the UAE, and was reluctant to subject his family to an arduous and uncertain asylum claim process in those states. He then explained that his life in the UAE was nevertheless replete with fear and anxiety. So he's saying that even though he didn't seek the asylum in the UAE and stuff, he still had genuine fear for his life because of what happened in Syria when he went there, all right? Okay. The officer reiterated that this behavior was incompatible with genuine fear and expressed concern that Mr. Salu had been asylum shopping. The officer expressed, so this is the point here. I want to make sure I zoom in for you to see. Asylum shopping, okay? Oh, it's not allowing me to zoom. Okay, here we go. Asylum shopping. So, and then asylum shopping here is in quote. Remember, asylum shopping, the concept of fleeing one safe country, your home country of persecution, of feared persecution, to another country which is safe, but then you don't seek it, and then you come. You move from, say, Ghana to, let's say, Ireland, but you never sought the asylum there, and then you're coming to Canada to seek it. The question of why didn't you seek it in Ireland would come up. So the notion that you are moving around looking for the right, just like the way somebody would say, people move from maybe an African country or another country, let's say India, to Brazil, and they didn't seek the asylum in Brazil, but then they crossed to USA to seek the asylum in USA. What could be the reason for them doing that? Why not in Brazil? Or maybe they didn't even seek in USA. They moved from there to Canada to come and seek it. That concept is what we call asylum shopping, meaning you're going around looking for like the best place to seek the asylum, right? Okay, so that is it there. So basically, his visa was refused. His permanent residence asylum visa was refused, okay? And the officer had doubts about the level of fear, all right? He thinks that maybe the guy had the opportunity to seek it, he didn't, blah, blah, blah. So the guy decided to challenge it by taking it to court. And then the judge has ruled. So the judge's ruling, let me go to the judge's ruling. I think I have it pulled up here. I think I have it here. Okay, this is a live broadcast. Those of you who are watching this in the future, please bear with me. I'm trying to pull. Okay, so here is it. Point number 59 under the analysis and review. In both name, let me know if you can see this. Please comment below. Let me know if what I'm showing on the screen is bold enough for you to read. Also remember, the link is in the description box of this video. So when this video ends, please go to the description box. When this video ends, click on the below the title. The description will be there. You'll see the link. Click on it and read it for yourself. It's a lengthy one, right? Point 59 of the analysis. In both name and concept, asylum shopping does not appear in any of the international human rights instruments to which Canada is a party. Then there is a case started at FREMA at para 62. Rather, it seems to have emerged in Canadian jurisprudence as a means of describing the conduct discouraged through the application of Article. Then there is another citation there, all right? How do I understand this? How do I understand this? The way I understand here is that there is a suggestion that this concept of asylum seeking is not something that we can find in Canadian law. It might just be a notion that has been popularized over time, but it's not something that is grounded or granted in Canadian law. It's not consistent with Canadian law. Anyway, let me go straight to the conclusion and help you to find it there. So what is the conclusion? Okay, what is the conclusion? Judgment in this case. This court this court's judgment is that the application is granted. What application? Remember, Mr. Salu decided to seek a judicial review, so his review has been granted. That's how I understand it. If you're a lawyer, let me know if I got it right. Number two, the decision is set aside and the matter remitted for a redetermination before a different decision maker. How do I understand this? The judge says, we're going to set aside the previous visa officer's decision not to approve it. We're going to set that aside. We're going to let another officer take the case up and look into it and they review it again, like a second look. Number three, there is no question of general importance for certification. How do I understand this? Well, the final decision will have to be made by a second visa officer who is going to review it. Normally, when a judicial review happens like this and they set it aside, you know, you can predict how things are going to turn out, right? Because the judge has made it clear that, it is still not enough to force somebody for not seeking asylum in the country they moved to when they had a chance to do, because that country is a party to the Geneva, to the Human Rights Convention there, right? The fear that they are being persecuted could still be there. It's still something that could still be there, even if they don't even physically show it. It could be something that is there. What I think here is that, to be honest, I've never seen a ruling like this. This is my first time seeing a ruling like this. I've always held the notion that if somebody fled a country to another country which is safe, especially a developed country too, like us, right? So let me use an example here. You moved to Italy. You could have sought asylum there. You fled persecution, but then you didn't seek it. And now you found yourself on a visitor's visa to say, to Canada, can you seek it here? Well, from what we are seeing here, if the question of asylum shopping, that why didn't you seek it in Italy, comes up, then this becomes like a legal precedent, a case that will be quoted by the lawyers in the future, isn't it? With a good lawyer, I think they can interpret this for you better. But it simply opens the floodgate for many people who would have otherwise been denied on this same basis, that why did you not seek it in the USA? Why didn't you seek it in Mexico? Why didn't you seek it in this country? Why didn't you say, why Canada? You know, that kind of interpretation there could be something that can be legally challenged. Do you know how many people find themselves in it? There are a lot of people that I think find themselves in the case of Mr. Salu, who is a pilot. All right? There are many people who find themselves. Let me know what you think about this. I won't make this video too long. I'll keep it short. Comment below and let me know what you think about this. Remember, for a professional interpretation of this, my recommendation is that you book an appointment with a certified Canadian immigration lawyer to interpret this for you. My opinion is just my personal opinion. You can also even talk to an immigration consultant. Dr. Harrison is probably there of Raw Immigration. Book an appointment, talk to Dr. Harrison, and see if he can also help you understand this. Now, this video is also not calling for anybody to take advantage and abuse things, like say, hey, I'm moving from Italy to go and seek asylum. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm only reading what is a public information. It's public. You can read it yourself. So all I did was just to bring it to you. It's your job to read it, understand what is there, talk to the right people to make sure that you understand what is happening. This is your latest regarding Canadian Immigration Judicial Review. I will see you in the next video where we talk about something else. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Choco. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.